This was a patient that was referred to us by her physician for a biochemistry consult. And we were booked, and unfortunately we're not able to get her in right away, but the physician said, I'd really like you to at least take a look at some basic symptoms and some lab work and come up with a therapy. So we did that. We looked at her symptoms and we looked at some blood work. This is a 44-year-old woman who was complaining of poor vision, horrible fatigue, and she also has not had a menstrual cycle since she was 16 years old. When she was 16, she had a brain tumor, and this tumor had wrapped around her optic nerve. And they treated her with surgery, and they also treated her with radiation. When we looked at her lab work, her labs were all completely bottomed out. Her thyroid labs, her hormone labs, and then we put together a therapy and started her on that therapy. She came in and got it, and off she went. Well, a month later, she comes in to visit us for her consult. We went together up into the counseling room, and we both sat down, and of course I'm shuffling through her chart, looking through all the papers, trying to get a little organized, and she says to me, "You're wearing black Converse." I'm like, yeah, I kind of like them. They're kind of comfortable on my feet. I know it's a little different. I was silent for a little while as I'm continuing to shuffle papers, and she says, "You have a beard." I'm like, okay, where's this going? What's next? You're bald? So I said, yeah, it's the only place where I can grow hair in my head. So she said to me, no, I don't want you to take this wrong. I worked at Lowe's hardware store for a long time, and my vision continued to get worse as I worked there, and finally I had to go on disability where I had to quit my job. But then you put me on these hormones a month ago, and now I can see your shoes, and I can see your beard, and I can see my husband's face. I was afraid I was never going to be able to see my husband's face again. So this is a very personal experience for me, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to make a difference in somebody else's life. And if you go to any compounding pharmacist anywhere in the United States, they all have stories like that. And before the modern rebirth of compounding pharmacy back in the very early 80s, there were no stories like this.